guys, what's up? It's Natasha and welcome back to today's video. So I was going to do a book unhaul, but it's been a bit hectic, so I didn't get the chance to unhaul some books, but I definitely will at some point, maybe next year. So today I'm doing the 23 books that I want to read in 2023. I do have a few changes that I want to bring onto the challenge because I know some people read new books and especially new releases that are coming out next year. As I've mentioned before, I want to read all the books that are on my TBR. So what I'm going to do is I have a number generator down here with my laptop because I'm using my phone. Okay, cool. So that being said, I put the number generator between 1 and 300 because I assume I have about 300 books in my possession. I might be wrong, but I wasn't going to count them all. So that's why I say I'm assuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the number generator and then count the books. They start up there and they are also here. And if it lands, say, on 50, I'll count to the 50th book and then I'll take it out. So I forgot the rules. So just a few rules. If I land on a book that I don't want to read, I'm just going to put it back and then reshuffle. Also, if I land on the last book of the series, I will then read the first book if I haven't read the series, or if I've started reading the book, I'll just pick up the second or the third book depending on where I am in that series. If you're excited for the video, please leave a like, subscribe. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So the first generate, oh no, I didn't think it was, okay, I don't know if you can see, but it's 283, so let me just count quickly. Okay, that was a lot of counting. After much counting and moving to the other bookshelf on the side, I landed on Ready Player 2, so that naturally means I need to find Ready Player 1. I should probably have done this while I was busy, you know, getting the book out. Okay, so I have Ready Player 1 with me. It's just a sci-fi fantasy book about this guy who, I think it's like a virtual reality, and what they do is they can create like their own lives, almost like, it gives me Sword Art Online vibes. The person who created this game dies and he leaves a fortune for whoever discovers like the code to the game. Let's do that again. Oh, 51. Okay, cool. Right. The next book is Air of Night by Helen Lowe, or Lowe, I'm assuming. This is actually a series and I bought this book on special, not knowing it was a series, and the only other way I can find the series is on Book Depository. That is, of course, if I want the physical book with me. If I want the Kindle version, I can just buy that one. So I'll read the first one and then see if I want to continue with it, but because I only have this first one, I'll count it as my first. Maybe I should move you just a bit further, sorry about that, because I'm so scared I'm going to bump into my laptop and then it's a new one, so it's just going to be chaos. Okay, the next one, oh my word, that was 83, so I just need to count back because counting all these are just going to take too long. I mean, I'm not mad about this choice. It's just, it came unexpected. So it's The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. Something just fell out of this book. So this is basically just about a guy who's been living secret under the House of the Opera, I think. He's called the Phantom of the Opera because nobody thinks he's alive and he haunts the place until someone comes, who joins the company, and Eric, you know, falls deeply in love with her. I'm quite excited about this book because I've heard great things about the movie. Also haven't watched the movie yet. So next one, 187. Okay, so that landed on the Hush Hush series finale, which is the last book. I've already read that and I don't want to reread, so I'm going to reshuffle. Please give me a lower number. Oh, my word. Okay, hold on. I'm actually quite happy how this is turning out. Okay, so the book I landed on was A Court of Silver Flames, and I do want to do a reread of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So I'm just going to delve into these 4 books. I'm not going to read the novella A Court of Frost and Starlight because I just did. Right, next number, 103. Okay, so if I don't read this book this year, it's going to be Unravel Me by Tahira Murphy. Otherwise, it has to include the novella, or I'll be reading Ignite Me afterwards. That is, I don't know, I'll just put the one book down. But yeah, that is how it's going to work. Next, 249. The next one is The Mermaid, the Witch and the Sea by Maggie Kuda Cole. I don't know. I believe it's a young adult book, but it says the pirate Florian, born Flora, has always done whatever it takes to survive, including sailing under false, I'm assuming there was supposed to be an A, but including sailing under false flag on the Dove as a marauder, thief, and worse. Lady Evelyn, not even going to try and pronounce her surname, A highborn imperial daughter is on board as well, heading to an arranged marriage she dreads. But her one-way voyage is interrupted when the captain and crew show their true colors. Both Florian and Evelyn have lived their lives by the rules and whims of others, but when they fall in love, they decide to take fate into their own hands, no matter what the cost. That is book, I need to count. Okay, so that is book 6. Stop giving me 200 numbers. Oh my word. So this book landed on Night Star by Alison Knoll, and it's part of the Immortal series. And I do want to reread these books to see if I really like them or not. It's a young adult story about this girl who turns immortal, and she's fighting with that. She also lost her parents and her sister, and it's a whole array of stuff. But yeah, so I'm picking up Evermore, sorry, and maybe we'll see if we can get through the series, but I'm not counting the series as part of the 23 books. Okay, next 150. So I've landed on 1,000 Skies Above You, and this is part of a trilogy by Claudia Gray, the Firebird trilogy, I believe it's called. And the first book is 1,000 Pieces Above You, and it's basically about this girl who's traveling through time, searching for, I believe, her father or a cure or something. She's searching for her father in another dimension, because he's the one who invented this time travel, and he's the one who's supposed to save everything. I don't know. It's very unclear about the situation. All I know is it seemed interesting, so I took it. The next number, we're back to the 200s again. Okay, the next book is The Life of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, and this is about a story about everyone who hears everyone's thoughts, and it's called The Noise. You can hear everyone's thoughts constantly, so there's no silence everywhere. Days before the main character becomes a man, he stumbles upon a clearing that is just complete silence, and now he's on the run for his life. That is the blurb. It sounds interesting, and I'm really looking forward to this because it's another dystopian novel. So next number, 160. Listen, I already read this book this year, and I'm not ready for heartbreak again, and I landed on Kingdom of Ash, so I'm going to spin again. Let's see. 163. That means this is obviously the novella for the Red Queen, but I count this as the first story, so I'm going to go with Cruel Crown from Victoria Aveyard, and this will mark my 10th book. This is yeah, okay, cool. And also, I don't know what the story is about. All I know it's about kingdoms and it's fantasy, so why not? This might be the year I splurge on books, which is not really what I wanted, but okay. The next number, 72, is somewhere up there. Hold on. Okay, I don't know actually if these count. But yeah, I have a Reader's Digest, and it has 4 books in it. So I'm not going to read all 4. The one is Outbreak, the other one is Collaborators, the other one called A Boy Called Bracken, and the other is The Churchill Diamonds. So I'm going to change the number generator to 4 quickly, and then I'm going to generate, and it says 1. So I have to read Outbreak, and this is about, please don't give me paramedic vibes. Dr. Marissa Blumenthal is delighted with her new post as a medical officer investigating epidemic outbreaks at the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta. Her first task, however, is a daunting and terrifying one: to find the source of a deadly, highly contagious virus which is striking hospitals all over the country. Is this giving you... yeah, okay. As Marissa sets out to track the virus down, she finds her work being mysteriously hampered from the start, and soon her investigations are taking increasingly bizarre turns. Slowly she realizes that behind the killer disease is an even more frightening force which intends to keep her silent. Robin Cook wrote this. Next number, generate. 46. I'm hoping it's good. Okay, it landed on Hush Hush this time, like the first book, so I don't want to reread it. Let's just generate again. Number 15. Please tell me it's Laurel K. Hamilton, please. I landed on Wundersmith, which is the second book in the Morrigan Crow series, or the Trials of Morrigan Crow. I haven't read the first one yet, so guess which book I'm reading. And this book is about a girl who is apparently cursed, destined to die on her birthday, but then she's whisked away by a remarkable man called Juniper North and take her to a secret city of Nevermore. There she's invited to join the Wondrous Society. Mystery, magic and protection are hers if she can only pass 4 impossible trials using an exceptional talent which she doesn't have. This seems very interesting. I'm actually upset that I haven't picked it up as of yet. Number 12 on the list. I'm not one to complain about the heat, but it is exceptionally hot in this room. Anyway, regenerating number 139. If this is not destined, then I don't know what is. I recently read the first book of this one, and I'm not dying to reread it again, so I landed on the second book, which is Earthquake by April and Pike. I've talked a lot about series, so I'm not going to explain everything. Just know it's a dystopian novel about this girl who discovers she has very serious powers that can change the world. Generating again. Did I not just land on 46? I think I did. No, I did not. I did, and I landed on Hush Hush. I just counted that again. Okay, so generating number 38. Okay, cool. Cool. This really works in my favor. So I got Shadow and Bone. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm buddy reading this with my friend on Instagram. So I think everyone knows what Shadow and Bone's about, so I'm not gonna explain. So far I have 14 books, only I think 7 more to go. Please don't laugh at me if my math's wrong. Let's generate again. 162, I think. Is that correct? Because that was one. Okay, no. Because the 162 was the Cruel Prince. Oh, the Red Queen novella. Red Queen. The Red Queen novella. So, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're generating again. 201. Okay, so the book I landed on was Serafina by Rachel Hartman. So this is about the murder of a prince in the kingdom, and Serafina, who's a talented musician, is roped into this murder. Her life is afterwards in danger, and apparently it's a very good book. Regenerating again. Number 88. This is a lot of back and forth. So 88 was Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. So I'm just gonna click it again. Oh, number 2. Oh, this is interesting. The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. It seems like an interesting book. It's also a dystopian novel about AI trying to take care of humans, and this particular AI develops human feelings and is trying to protect her ward, can we call it, from her parents, because her parents are questionable at best. Next one, 146. I have a feeling I just picked, looks like I did, because 50, no I haven't, hold on. So this landed on another April and Pike story, a series of which I don't really want to read. This is kind of like a twist to a King Arthur retelling, but I'm not in the mood for it, so I'm just gonna reshuffle again. 288. I don't think I got that for the last time I counted, but let's check. After counting all my books, I can now officially tell you guys that I have 281 books. So let me just quickly change that, and then we'll generate one again. Okay, 272. Don't you love when a plan comes together? The second book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I'm happy. Only 6 more books to go. 192. I think this book I want to unhaul because but I landed on Beastly by Alex Flynn, and I do not want to reread, so I'm going to roll again. 74. Okay, so the next book I landed on was also a Reader's Digest. The choices are Scoundrel, Dolphin Sunrise, Doctor on Trial, and A Curate for All Seasons. So if we put in 4 again and we generate 3. A Doctor on Trial, another medical story. It's by Hendrik Denker, and it says, all her life Kate Forrester has wanted to be a doctor. Showing a dedication is second to none, she has earned herself a residency at one of New York's finest hospitals and is coping admirably with all the challenges it presents. Until one night a young patient, the daughter of the ruthless real estate tycoon, dies mysteriously while under her care. Suddenly it is a matter for the lawyers, and Kate's lifelong dream seems to collapse around her. I mean, sounds good. Next one, number 30. That's interesting. It landed on City of Glass. I am not prepared to reread that series, so let's just spin again, shall we? 104. I mean, I wanted to read this, but yeah. So, Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. Maybe if I read this, I can finally start watching the series. Yeah, that's about that. Stop giving me such high numbers. I don't know how I feel about this book, so we're just gonna go with it. The Paid Companion by Amanda Quick. Okay, so let me read you the blurb. Why I bought this, I don't know. The Earl of St. Mirren needs a woman. His attentions are purely practical. He needs a fiancée to keep the husband-hunting ladies of the ton at bay while he goes about his business. His simple solution is to hire a paid companion, and Miss Eleonora Lodge appears to be the perfect candidate. Eleonora's sorry financial circumstances convince her to accept St. Marin's generous, isn't that sir? But anyway, if somewhat scandalous offer. But the Earl soon discovers that the meek and mild companion he initially envisioned has become a partner in his quest to catch a killer, and an outspoken belle of the ball who stirs up a bothersome passion in his practical heart. Why did I roll my R like that? But okay, I mean, sure. Let's roll again. Oy. Joy. I've heard great things about this book and also not so great things. So it's Pretty Girls by Corin Slaughter. And maybe I should just read the blurbs because I'm not going to act as if I know all this. A missing girl, a hope never lost, a killer never found. 20 years ago, Claire Scott's eldest sister, Julia, went missing. No one knew where she went. No note, no body. It was a mystery that was never solved, and it tore her family apart. Now another girl has disappeared with chilling echoes of the past, and it seems that she might not be the only one. Claire is convinced Julia's disappearance is linked. But when she begins to learn the truth about her sister, she's confronted with a shocking discovery, and nothing will ever be the same. Sign me up, Buttercup. So I need 2 more. That's 52. That was very easy. Also, it makes me think that my number generator is lazy. But it's called Alert by James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge. Every New Yorker's worst enemy is about to become a reality. New York has seen more than its fair share of horrific attacks, but the city's about to be shaken in a way it never has before. After 2 devastating catastrophes in quick succession, everyone is on edge. Detective Michael Bennett is assigned to the case and given the near impossible task of hunting down the shadowy terror group responsible. Then a shocking assassination makes it clear that these inexplicable events are just the prelude to the biggest threat of all. Now Bennett is racing against the clock to save his beloved city before the most destructive force he has ever faced tears it apart. There's like 3 mosquitoes chowing at my feet. So if you were wondering why I was bouncing, I was trying to get them off. I need 1 more book. Okay. Generate for me. I just had number 104. Nah. Okay. Not me just declining. Okay, so that was 88. 89. Okay, so it landed on Inkspell by Cornelia Funk. So I've read the first 2 books, so I'm naturally just going to read the final and the last installment of Inkheart. I mean, it works out for the best. If you want to know what the story is about, it's basically just about, I think, a 12 or 13-year-old girl who is able to read books to life. So the characters and everything she can read to life. This is just following their journey through the book world. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but yeah, that is basically it. Geronimo, there my books fell. Okay, but that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe for future references or just when I don't know what to read, comment down below which books you think I would enjoy. That is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, and yeah, don't forget to watch my video on Monday. It's a vlog, so hopefully it's going to be more chilled.